What's up, world? It's your boy Sporty Black. As you can see, today it's all about dog talk. For those of you that didn't know, I am the world's biggest Georgia Bulldog fan. I've been following the Bulldogs ever since I can remember. Herschel Walker and the Dogs won the national championship the same year I was born, so therefore, it's just a match made in heaven. But in Dog Talk today, we're going to do a fall count preview. And we're going to talk about what to look for with this 2018 Georgia Bulldog team going into fall count, such as some of the impact freshmen, who going to be doing their thing when they line up between those hedges this year, man. We got a lot of competition. And I'm just excited. I'm so excited. I couldn't even wait. I really planned to do this like 2 weeks from now down the road. But, I was so anxious to just, get back into the mood of college football. I decided to just go ahead and come on with the video. And like I say, man, we got the #1 recruiting class coming in 2018. We got some phenomenal 5-star blue chip recruits such as Justin Fields, Adam Anderson, Jamar Saylor, and the list goes on and on. Tyson Campbell, Zamir White, Brendan Cox, just to name a few of the incoming freshmen. A lot of them have already been with the team since this spring, the early enrollees. And a lot of those guys made their mark on the depth chart going into the fall. A lot of players that stood out mostly over the spring would be wide receiver Kearis Jackson out of Fort Valley, Georgia, wide receiver. I look for him to really push the other receivers ahead of him for playing time, as well as, get a lot of time in the special team. You should see him a lot on special team this year. There was a few other freshmen that stood out, such as Brenton Cox, outside linebacker, edge rusher. He really shined in the G-Day game, I was blessed with the opportunity to go up to Athens and witness the G-Day game, and he was one of the guys that really caught my eye because he stayed wrecking havoc. So I look for him to really compete for that vacant outside linebacker position, especially the edge rusher, because we missing the production of Dalvin Bellamy and Lorenzo Carter. Now, of course, DeAndre Walker go pick up a lot of that slack, as well as Walter Grant, but we go need depth, and I think that Brenton Cox, I think he can provide that depth that we need, as well as Adam Anderson. When he come in, he's coming a 5-star outside linebacker from Rome. I think they're going to try to put a little more weight on him, but I think he can be another person in the mix right there. A lot of more freshmen, such as I'm excited to see Jamar Saylor come in and compete for that left guard position because you got to think now in high school, Andrew Thomas and Jamari Saylor, they played on the same team, on the same line, left tackle and left guard, with Thomas being the tackle and Saylor being the guard. So if you got those two right there, they can pretty much solidify that whole left side. And then you got Lamont Gilliard, the senior, in the middle, Ben Cleveland and Isaiah Wilson on the right side. Man, that's a massive offensive line. So I really think Jamar Saylor go really push Kendrick Baker or whoever for that left guard position. So keep an eye out on him. It's a lot of positions up for grabs, noticeably in the secondary. You got the cornerback spot opposite of DeAndre Baker is vacant, and as well as the star position, which is known as the nickelback. Coming out of camp, well, mostly the most part of camp, Mark Webb had pretty much cemented himself in that other corner spot. He was competing with several guys, such as Tyreek McGee. He brought back a little experience at the spot, but look for incoming freshman Tyson Campbell to really push all of those guys for that position, and keep an eye on Amir Speed, pushing for that position as well. Even Eric Stokes, he looked good in the spring, and especially in the G-Day game. Then you got the star position. William Poole pretty much, had that spot on lock through the spring, but D'Angelo Gibbs should be back with the team heading into fall. He's back. Matter of fact, he's back with the team now, so he should be, competing for that star position in the fall, because his whole dream when he came to Georgia was playing in the same defensive backfield as his cousin, J.R. Reed, who is one of our best returning starters in the secondary. He's one of the vocal leaders of the team. And so, that's a dynamic that D'Angelo Gibbs really want to fulfill. So it's going to be some good competition right there, And it's a lot of guys been shuffled around, in that position, because we got a lot of defensive backs. And they young and unproven, because we lost a lot of experience when we lost the 3 DBs we lost this past season. That's Malcolm Parrish, Aaron Davis, and Dominique Sanders. So, we gonna have to have some, some young guys step up and play some big time football in this SEC. And I think the guys that we got, I think they up to the task, and I actually think we gonna have more talent in the defensive backfield this year than we had last year. We just not gonna have as much experience. But yes, it's a lot of competition on the defensive side of the ball. Look for a lot of competition for the inside linebacker spots. A guy to keep your eye on, of course, would be Monty Rice. He looked really good in the G-Day game. You got a lot of guys right there. You got Tay Crowder, Nate McBride, seniors like Natrez Patrick, Jawan Taylor. So it's going to be a lot of competition. So I want to see the 2 that really come out as the starters in the fall, although they already said they go pretty much play it by committee. As well as the outside linebackers like we spoke of earlier. It's a lot of competition. It's a lot of competition. And the most impressive competition, I would say, would be the running back position. Although it's always running back by committee with the University of Georgia, aka Tailback U. But everybody just automatically assumes Swift is just go be that guy, man. But it's a lot of people, talking about Zamir White might just be one of the all-time greats when his career said and done in Georgia. They're saying a lot about the incoming freshman. He's still rehabbing his knee, but he's way ahead of schedule, and it looked like he would be a game 1 starter, judging it from what we looking at it, right? So, keep an eye on that. You can't sleep on Elijah Holyfield. Brian Harrion is solid. And then you got the incoming freshman Cook from South Florida coming in as well. So we stacked at running back as usual. That's a good luxury to have. It's a great running game. So it's looking good. Another big competition position-wise will be the replacing the punter. Cameron Nazalak, I think that's how you pronounce it. We're going to miss him and his production that he gave us last year. So we got a couple guys, competing for that spot. So everything else pretty much, etched in stone as far as on the defensive side of the ball and, special teams. Because, Hot Rod, Blankenship, he got a chance to be an All-American kicker this year, maybe even compete for, one of those trophies at the end of the year. Offensively, impact players to look for, keep your eye on Luke Ford, the incoming tight end, to really, get into that rotation. Because, Georgia, we always utilize 3 tight ends. We got Charlie Warner, Isaac Nada, so look for Luke Ford to really, push for that 3rd spot at tight end. But overall, man, we look really, really good. We got a bit of a scare when Jake-Fromm broke his non-throwing hand, over the 4th of July weekend or whatever. But, that's really like a minor injury, so he would not miss no practices in the fall. So it will be him, quarterback 1, with Justin Field as QB2, putting a lot of pressure on Fromm, to hold him off of that position. And iron sharpens iron. So, our quarterback room looking pretty good right now. We just still need somebody to step up to be that third QB that we can depend on to run the scout team. Being that Stetson Bennett, he's transferring out. So, who emerges as number 3 will, something to keep your eye on. But the main thing that I'm concerned about going into the fall, I'm not concerned about the talent because I feel like we got just as much, if not more talent than anybody else in the country. So we can compete with anybody, right? I'm only concerned with the leadership because last year we had a very senior-led team, and we had guys on both sides of the ball, offensive and defensively, that really just led the team the right way. You think about Isaiah Wynn, you think about Sony Michel, Nick Chubb, Javon Williams, Blazevich, like just those kind of guys last year, that leadership on the offensive side, who's go step up into that role offensively. I think we probably could count on Terry Godwin, Isaac Nottle maybe, even Jake-Fromm. He gonna have to play big from a leadership standpoint this year. And as far as offensive line, I think Lamont Gilliard would be suited to take over the Isaiah Wynn leadership role this year. Defensively, we lost guys like Bellamy, Carter, Dominique Sanders, and just Roquan Smith, the heartbeat of that defense. So we lost a lot of leadership on the defensive side of the ball as well. So this year, leaders, you could look for guys like Jonathan Ledbetter, GRE, like I mentioned earlier, maybe a DeAndre Walker, those kind of guys to step up on that leadership role for that defense, because we got a lot of young players on that defense, and on DeAndre Walker too. But yeah, so that's my only concern, is just the leaders of the team. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we're only gonna go as far as the seniors take us, and this year's senior class can be just close to what last year's senior class was, then the future is bright for Georgia. But the future looks bright. We're heading into the fall. Everybody excited, man, and we just gonna see what it do. We coming in. I'm pretty sure we'll be ranked in the top 5 on most all preseason polls. But they don't really matter where you start. It's all about where you finish. But it all starts, it already done started from the spring to the summer workouts, winter conditioning. But fall, hey, that's when the legends are born, in the fall. But that's about all I got, right now for this fall preview. So all my other Dawg Nation brothers and sisters out there, man, feel free to get in the comment section and just let me know, who y'all looking for this year to stand out, to do their thing. What expectation do you have? Just get in there and just let me know what y'all think about the Dogs coming up this fall, man. But other than that, I'm signing off. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Go Dogs!